Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Welcome to our commencement ceremony. I am Ramon Reyes, the principal at GAP. It is a great honor to be here today to celebrate our 24th commencement ceremony. Please silence your phones and stand up as we salute America. Buenos días, damas y caballeros, para aquellas familias allá que están viendo esto por línea. Bienvenidos, yo soy Ramón Reyes, el director de nuestra escuela GAP. Por favor, levántense y silencien sus teléfonos. Vamos a saludar a América con el himno nacional. Graduates, please stand up. It looks like we're having some technical difficulties. We are going to continue with our show at this time. Please have a seat. Thank you. Actually, let's try this again because it is important to honor America. Please stand up. Levántense, por favor. Thank you. Please be seated. Today, we're among friends. We're among our families. And let me introduce some of those people that have helped us get these graduates here. It is my pleasure to introduce our guests today, administrators and teachers, and on stage and off stage and watching on TV. Board of Education member, Mrs. Pepper Mueller, is with us on stage. We also have our wonderful, and my boss, Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Leadership, Anthony Asmussen. He's over in the back over there. Thank you for being here with us. And our District Superintendent, Dr. Deirdre Pilch, is in here as well. Thank you. I would also like to thank our Chief of Security, John Gates, who's among over on the, where are you, John? There we go, sir, in the back. Our Chief of Communication, Teresa Myers, Media Service Manager, George Oberlittner, Northridge High School Building Manager, Dave Morgan, who has helped us set up here today. And also a big thank you to the principal of Northridge High School, Dr. Insun Olsen, for letting us borrow the auditorium every year. This event takes place here, and they're doing an amazing job. Events like this wouldn't be possible without the support from my assistant principal, Meredith Allen, our GAP counselor, Roxana Magana, my office manager, Carla Gutierrez, and also my registrar, Jennifer Lunas. Thank you so much for all the support and hard work that you put every single day to ensure that we have a successful graduation. At this time, I would like to honor the entire staff working at GAP. It takes a village to get students graduated. Thank you so much. For those of you who are here and those of you watching us at home, please honor us by standing up, teachers and staff at GAP. Students, please help me thank not only your teachers, but also your families for supporting you and getting you here. Let's give them a round of applause, please. And don't forget, graduates, they're watching on TV. So if you want to wave, they're way back there for your family watching the TV. I would like to take a moment to talk a little bit about our keynote speaker today. 2 years ago, Meredith and I embarked on taking over the program, GAP. We were the new administrators in the program. And with that in mind, we started looking at success stories. I know that we have some great students, we have some great community members out there. So my office manager, Carla, and I started looking for who are those students that graduate from our program and what are they doing now. So if you ever get a chance to come to our building, you will see that we created a wall of success. And on that wall of success, our very first person who we have a picture of is our keynote speaker today. In reviewing her story, it definitely got to my heart, and it spoke of the work and the importance of what we do at GAP. She exemplified a result, a success story. She talks about her challenges and how she was able to overcome that. Graduates, I will encourage you to listen to her story. I hope that someday you'll do the same thing. I know you're halfway there. As I always say in this graduation ceremony, today, you're gonna walk away with a high school diploma that no one can take away from you. You did this. It is all you. It is now up to you what you do with that, okay? Now, Ruth Bustillos Varela will tell you her story. Many years from now, you're welcome back to GAP and you tell yours to us. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Ruth Bustillos Varela. Please come up to the podium.
So I want to first start off by introducing myself. My name is Ruth Bustillos. 10 years ago, I was exactly where you guys were at right now to the date. I graduated from GAP with my GED and then went on to pursue my diploma. I want to talk about GAP and how it really impacted me for the rest of my life. Before getting to GAP, I had given up on school, my future, and life in general. Let me tell you a little bit about my background first. When I was 11 months, I was brought to the United States by my parents. We lived in a severe poverty. Many times, my parents struggled to even put food on the table. I had a really rough childhood growing up. I remember my mom taking me to work one time to her work site because she couldn't afford a babysitter. I sat in our van all day and I watched her pick up vegetables. At the moment, I knew that that was not the life that I wanted, and someday I was not only going to have a different life, but also make an impact in this world. Unfortunately, I did not go the path I originally wanted to go. I started hanging out with the wrong crowd because I wanted to be accepted. I found myself getting into a lot of trouble with the law, even spent 7 years in probation. Because I couldn't get myself together. I was a broken child coming from a broken home. My thing was really just trying to fill that void that I had created, being a broken child. My freshman year was the worst for me. My parents got a divorce, so I acted up, and again, trying to fill that void I was carrying, I got expelled from this very high school. And it was really for fighting, constantly skipping school, and doing other things. I never enjoyed school because I thought it was pointless for me to go since I was undocumented. I really had no hope for my future, for my life. But at the time, I was 15. I was in a youth detention center. I partied a lot, drank a lot, and did drugs. When I was 16, I became pregnant with my boyfriend at the time. He was an alcoholic, so the relationship did not last long. I soon became a 16-year-old single mom and pregnant with no hope or future. I was a black sheep of my family because it just seemed like I just brought disappointment to my family. One day, I remembered one of my coworkers asking me to give her a ride to school she was attending, and I would drop her off at work. After work, I started to become interested in the school because I was pregnant and I wanted something better for my child. I understood I was undocumented and probably would never have anything to do with life or have any hope for myself or my son. The highest education my parents had was 3rd grade, and all my siblings dropped out of high school as well. Reality was I was destined to fail. I had built a path that no one in my family had taken. A lot of people in my family could not see the value of me going back to school, but to me, it was simply giving me hope for a better future. I was pregnant when I was enrolled at Gap and had no idea what I was getting myself into. I had my son, and a week later I was back in school. I was determined not to fail and not fall behind. My first year, I got my GED, and my second year, I got my high school diploma. I was the first person in my family to get a high school diploma. During my time in school, I had to rewire my brain because I truly didn't know how to learn. I had no idea how to study or actually work towards something, and the thing was to fail many times and get back up. Going into Gap not only gave me an education, but also taught me what the workforce would look like after I got out and started my career. Many get this education during high school, and it becomes common sense, but for me, it was different. I came from a family where no one had a formal job, and getting a $2 raise meant you made it. Again, I wanted more out of my life. During that time, I made a great friend named Adrian, and we would hang out after school and have chocolate, and soon we became boyfriend and girlfriend. Fast forward 11 years later, and we're still together, married almost 8 years, and have a wonderful little girl named Bella. Since then, my husband has helped me get my visa. I was able to attend Ames Community College and get my marketing and management degree with a certificate in advanced management. This year, I should be graduating with my second degree in business management from Ames as well. I am also enrolled at CSU and working towards getting my bachelor's in business. My goal is to go to UNC and get my MBA eventually. Since graduating, I have traveled the world. I have gone to places like London, China, Paris, Rome, to name a few. I currently own a meal prepping company and help others with their fitness goal. This is a company I have grown from scratch. I am now opening my second company this year, hopefully by the spring. I will add, this is all with the help of God. Something I learned about myself was that I'm a risk taker and an entrepreneur on the inside, and I'm so grateful that I took this risk at Gap. My point is not to brag about my accomplishment, but more so give you hope and inspire every one of you. When I became pregnant, the first thing that my father told me was my life was over. I refused to believe that lie, and I created my sense of reality. See, it all started in the mind. So right now, I want you to take a few seconds and visualize where you want to be in 5 years from now. Is it you're getting your bachelor's? Is it traveling? Is it having a family? Whatever you thought of right now can become your reality tomorrow. Statistically, I was meant to be a complete failure. 1 out of 5 people that drop out of high school go back to get their diploma. 40% of teen moms graduate high school. 5 to 10% of undocumented students go on to finish a higher degree. So if you are an untraditional student like me and you started off backwards, I'm here to tell you that it's okay. Someday you will look back and realize the blessing it was to have been able to go into an untraditional school. I want to say thank you to all the teachers that are here in this school that put in so much hard work for students to be successful, especially during the pandemic. I had so many teachers inspire me and encourage me not to quit. I still remember some of the words that the teacher spoke over me, and I hold dear to to my heart. Also, District 6, I also want to say thank you for this program and allowing untraditional students to, like myself, to have a second chance at life. And I'm here to tell you, your life is not over, but it has truly begun. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ruth. Graduates, please stand. I will now be reading the names of our graduates. Casey Faith Burton. Cesar Gasca Cadillo. Christopher Gutierrez Neal. Tobias Warren Johnson Frey. Alan Giovanni Lopez. Haley Nicole McDonald. Vanessa Moncada Mosqueda. Ana Maria Monge Rivera. Daniel Olmedo Zenobio. Fabian Perez. Alfredo Rodriguez Gonzalez. And now I would like to welcome Ms. Pepper Mueller from the Board of Education for the acceptance of diplomas.
Thank you for inviting me to be here today. What a great honor it is to stand before you all, the class of 2021 of the Greeley-Evans Alternative Program, and share with you heartfelt greetings from District 6 Board of Education. We are excited to join you, your family and friends, and the faculty and staff in proudly recognizing your accomplishments. It is my pleasure as a member of the Greeley-Evans School District 6 Board of Education to certify that each of you has met all the graduation requirements of District 6 as recommended and certified by the faculty and staff. By the authority invested in me by the Board of Education, you are now authorized to receive your individual diploma. Congratulations to each of you. Graduates, you may now move your tassel to the left side of your cap to indicate you have officially graduated.
Congratulations, graduates. Please join me again, those here with us and those of you at home, for another round of applause. Please have a seat. In closing, It has been my pleasure and an honor to be your principal, graduates. With support from my administrative staff, I stand before you proud to see you graduate this morning. This past Monday, the University of Northern Colorado, in collaboration with our city, Greeley, celebrated Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday by hosting a virtual march. This reminded me of the importance of giving back to our community, not to take the sideline and see things pass. This reminded me about the importance of being a positive role model in our community. Martin Luther King Jr. was influenced by Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy, who once said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." It is because of that, then, that I leave you with those words. I said to you, go out into our community, be a responsible leader, be an active leader, be the change that we need, be a positive leader so that others can follow. You heard today Ruth, her story. You have your story. You have a high school diploma. That door is now open for you to enter and be great leaders. I wish you the best. Gap will forever be your home. Thank you. We are now concluding our graduation ceremony, and congratulations, graduates. Now, we're going to do a little work as dismissal to make sure that we follow some of the COVID procedures, okay? So I'm going to have Jennifer or Carla will be leading you graduates out. The graduates' families will meet you out in front of the high school. You're welcome to take pictures out there, but out in front at the high school in the parking lot. Thank you so much. Go ahead, graduates. We're going to wait for the graduates to leave first, families, and then families, you follow right after, please. Graduates, please follow Carla's cue. Congratulations again, graduates.